Harvest content has been fully revealed. We're going through all the cards, the field pass, everything about Harvest. Let's get right into it. First up, these 88 overall cards are your upgradable cards. You can use food collectibles to turn these guys from 88 overall into 90 overall. You saw the first one, Xavier Howard. Next up is Dak Prescott. You'll earn these cards, by the way, like the starter 88s, through a combination of the field pass, house rules as well. I think you might get one through solos. A John Running, your third card left guard. I mean, he's your offensive lineman, but these cards are in comparison to your most feared guys, went from 86 to 90. These, I wish they went up to maybe 91 or 92, but 88 to 90 is solid. Vita Vea, not the fastest defensive tackle, but more of a run-stopping 3-4 nose tackle, I would say. Fred Warner, I feel like could have gotten a little bit of a better card. He, had a 86 or 87, I want to say, core elite, so this isn't that big of an upgrade for him. 88 speed, Salt, Kevin Zeiler. Now, we're going to get into another right guard later on in this video, but a 90 overall BND right guard, Kevin Zeiler, is going to be a must-add to my team 100%. Next up, these are your game day all-stars. You can see in the bottom of the card, there are 2 requirements. They will get 1 requirement, 1 check mark, be the Cowboys hold. What is it? They play, I'm trying to remember, the Giants under 370, gets +1, and the second requirement will give them another +1. Up to 92 overall. I miss Dorrance Armstrong. Gabe Davis is your Bills player. I wish we could see the 91 and 92 overall stats, because I think that's what really matters, but these are your 90 overall stats. Daniel Jones, rush for 80 yards. The Giants just have to rush for 80 yards, which shouldn't be too hard considering Daniel Jones is more of a dual threat quarterback than you might think, as well as he got to score 2 touchdowns, and he's a 92 overall. Deshaun Elliott is your Lions player. A little slow. I also wish these cards could have been maybe a 91 or 92 overall, upgraded to 93, 94. I feel like that would put a lot more bigger stakes into the cards getting upgraded, because like 90s and 92s is still good, but it's not, you know, it's not like I would even say A tier or tier 1 cards, or more like tier 2, tier 3. Hunter Henry, though, you know, a decent little card, 87 speed, Pats theme team, Chargers theme team. Eric Kendricks, former UCLA Bruin, he's a little bit faster than that Fred Warner we saw earlier. Good zone coverage, good hit power, and all around a really solid card. Hold the Pats under 24 points. That shouldn't be too hard. Next up now, sorry about the image quality. It was on the MCS stream, so they didn't really have the best images. These are your heroes, 90 overall, not 91. JC Horn, the first card, 91 speed, really, really good. Khalil Mack, a very solid outside linebacker, great against the run and great against the pass, both in real life and in Madden. You see by his block shed and his pass rushing stats. Amari Cooper, I would have thought Amari Cooper, they usually give him very, very bad speed, but 91 speed for a 90 overall wide receiver is pretty solid, although deep threat. I would like to see him be a playmaker, more of a route runner in real life. Travis Etienne, this is an awesome card for you BND players. 92 speed is tied for the second fastest running back in the game, and he's a really cool card. Travis Etienne. Tristan Wirfs, a right tackle, 90 overall. We haven't had a BND right tackle yet. We had a bunch of left tackles in most fear. Now we're getting right guards and right tackles. And your last one is going to be Jesse Bates, the free safety. Some good height, 6'1", 6'2", decent speed at 90 overall. 90 overall card. You know, a solid little addition. Here are your heroes, or heroes, champions for them. 93 overall, Jason Taylor. I know his discounted abilities, and they weren't really mentioning him that much. He gets 0 AP unpredictable, which is okay. Unpredictable, a lot better last year's game, but still a really good card. iJoebruin, we kind of thought he was going to get a team of the week the other day. And, well, he was due for a harvest card, 92 speed, probably a more really good after the catch in real life. I don't know how that translates into Madden. Isaiah Simmons, middle linebacker, and I'm just not the biggest fan of middle linebackers getting amazing cards, because even with Lurker, I just don't think they come close to safeties without Lurker. Wish it would have just gave Isaiah Simmons strong safety. And the headliner champion this week is going to be Robert Griffin III. I have his discount abilities. He has 2 AP Fearless, 2 AP Set Feet Lead, and 2 AP Gunslinger. Robert Griffin III, probably the second best quarterback now in the game. Your LTDs, here is your right guard that I was talking about. Zach Martin, easily the best right guard in the game. And the next LTD, 2 LTDs, by the way, for Harvest, which is really cool. Tariq Woolen, one of the best defense. I mean, Sauce Gardner's getting a bunch of cards. Tariq Woolen is getting a bunch of cards. 93 speed. What, he's 6'4". Best corner of the game. It's not even close. To get these champions, by the way, not the LTDs, the champions, it is going to require 590 overall. So these sets are going to be quite expensive. 90 overalls going for around 130. I'd have to assume the Harvest champions are going to go for 150. So these sets are going to be quite expensive, probably totaling 700 to 800k. There is also going to be a standalone Harvest Field Pack, and this is where you can see those Hungry Harvest players. Those are your 88 overalls. You can earn one of those very early on into the Field Pass, and then you have your selective other rewards, right? Your coins, your seasonal XP, as well as some rerolls, so some 80 pluses, some 84 pluses, as well as a 90 overall Harvest B&D pack and a 90 overall Fantasy Harvest Hero pack, which that one will be sellable. But those are your Field Pass rewards. Next up, we've got your House Rules reward. This is where you get another one of those 88 overall B&Ds. The whole kind of thing is you can earn 3 during part 1 of the Harvest promo, and then the other 3, 6 total of your 88 overall Hungry Harvest players throughout the entire duration. And then another thing that I think a lot of people weren't really talking about, if they show the Harvest challenges, you can see there are daily Harvest challenges for 2 weeks, starting from the 10th until the 24th, and you get Blitz Bucks. That is going to be the alternate currency, or one of maybe the potentially few alternate currencies for the Blitz program. So it's going to be something that you're going to want to log in every single day, complete your day. I mean, I never play solos, but complete your daily Harvest solos to get those Blitz Bucks, especially as a no money spent player. I can't really participate that much in the buying of packs, and well, getting the Blitz Bucks won't be that easy for me. So getting those through solo challenges is going to be very, very important. Make sure you do your daily Harvest solos every single day. But that is your Harvest content. By the way, there are 80 overall elites, 84 overall elites, and 88 overall elites, but I did not want to get into those. Reroll wise, did not show a reroll during the broadcast. I'd have to assume there's going to be an 80 plus reroll, which is going to be, we'll have to wait and see. The promo rerolls just really aren't the best, but one thing you can see, 2 LTDs, and 2 LTDs are probably the 2 best LTDs we've gotten since maybe Charles Tillman. I mean, Zach Martin, the best right guard in the game, Tariq Woolen, the best cornerback in the game. As well, the 3 Team of the Week LTDs will be in packs till 1 p.m. West Coast time, 4 p.m. East Coast time. So there will be 5 LTDs in TVPs for what, the first half of Thursday. So if you want training, and there also is the MCS event going down right now, MCS Twitch drop packs, so the market is a little bit down. Go ahead and buy your training today. If you plan on rolling tomorrow, I would suggest trying to snipe all Madden players, since those are supposed to be involved in the Twitch drop packs some way. It says the latest promo card is supposed to be guaranteed in the packs, and that being the all Madden cards. A number wise, I would say 10 per at max you should pay. I mean, training is probably going to go crazy tomorrow, especially during the AM. So 10 per, which would be an 88 overall under 46,000 coins. But honestly, you can buy under 50. And I can confidently say the 88 overall market, 88 all Maddens are probably going to be going for 60,000 coins unfiltered for the first half of the day. So if you see them under 50k, I think that is a very, very good buy, either to flip or to roll. Another thing that I did notice on the broadcast, and I'll flash up, I think it's the Field Pass or the Objective something. Since there are no high golds in the Harvest program, the lowest overall Harvest cards are going to be 80 overall elites, and there are set objectives for the Field Pass. So I know I talked about earlier in the week buying 76, 77 golds for those objectives, but there aren't any high golds. So yes, that little baby investment, you can't really do too much with those. You're going to want to sell those back for 1,000, but that does mean high overall golds are once again going to be in demand tomorrow through that set objective. So if you see any 78, 79 golds for under 2,000 coins, I would snatch those up. Those cards are probably going to be going, especially everyone dumped them for the comp pass, as well as they're still being used for the comp pass. I think high golds probably go from 2,000 to like 4,000 to 6,000 coins. If the cheapest set to complete Harvest wise is for an 80 overall card, it probably requires 3 high golds. And I think high golds are going to be going for a lot of coins. So if you see them under 2,000 coins, 78 to 79s, I think they're a snag tonight. Next up, I'm going to give some small updates on the 2 main investments we made earlier in the week. Your AKA investments, which we were buying under 70,000 coins late Monday afternoon. I sold about, I'd say 30% of them for 83.5k to 85k over the last 24 hours. However, at the current moment, I'm just because I'm seeing the LTDs, I think training is going to go up even more than it was on Tuesday. I would hold if you have any AKA cards, and it's not like a bad thing that you held them. It's probably a good thing, because I think they're going to go for 84 to 85k, maybe up to 86, 87k, since not as many people will have AKA cards in your binder. So if you do have those and you haven't sold them for 83, 84, 85k, don't worry. I'm sure they are going to be automatically selling for that price sometime tomorrow morning in the AM when those 5 LTDs are in reroll. So AKA investments, very consistent. They weren't gods here this week. Like it was very difficult to buy AK cards this week, as well as Team of the Weeks. As you see, I was only able to buy about 8 or 9, which is a little bit unfortunate on mine. I got a little lazy. I had a podcast yesterday. I also was dealing with some other stuff, so I didn't really get the opportunity to buy a lot of the 90 overall Team of the Weeks for under that 115k buy price, as well as I was hoping they would do some of the harvest reveals or the champions in the morning, kind of creating a market crash. And I was going to buy the 90 overall Team of the Week guys this morning, but that didn't really happen. They didn't really drop too much, so I only got to pick up a few. If you do have them though, be very, very patient. You can see there are barely any up. I think by Friday, Saturday, these cards are sellable for 150. You could probably do the set, and I think the set player this week, like Tracy Porter and Devin McCourty were last week's or the last 2 weeks. I think Jonathan Jones, I think that's the corner's name for the Patriots. I think he's the player that's going to go for, I know he's only 450 right now. I think he goes from 550 to 600k later on, especially Friday and Saturday. So be patient. Trust me, be patient with those cards. Honestly, selling at 140, making 10,000 coins per card is awesome, but I think we could get 145, 150 later in the week. Sauce Gardner, by the way, is also just a very good card in general, and he's got a lot of demand just as a card to use in game. So 150, I think, is very reasonable for these cards. Be patient with your Team of the Week investments. Last little thing I want to wrap up this video with is your LTDs. I know I didn't talk about them pretty much at all in yesterday's video or on Market Monday's video, or I haven't really mentioned that much on Twitter in my Discord. It's because they're going to be in packs Thursday morning. I think Julio Jones, Chris McCaffrey, and Emmanuel Ogbah are the cheapest tomorrow morning. So I'm looking to buy. Now, I don't really want Christian McCaffrey. I don't think his card is that good. I don't think he has a ceiling as an investment. I do like Julio Jones. He's a very popular player. I also like Emmanuel Ogbah under 400k. I think he easily gets to that. He's 415 right now. Julio, I hope, gets under 500k. But once again, whatever their price is, I think it's going to be the cheapest tomorrow morning. I'm going to pick them up sometime probably in the first hour or two of the harvest content being dropped. I expect a flood of their LTDs big on the market because a ton of people are going to be opening TVPs for those 5 LTDs. So that's a little update. McCaffrey, by the way, if you want him, I'd say probably like 430, 440 if you do want that card. But that is an update on your LTDs if you want to invest in those. I'm looking to pick up Ogbah and Julio Jones, of course. Tariq Woolen and Zach Martin, I would suggest waiting until Friday or maybe even just Thursday night. The hype of those cards, the first hour or two is going to be astronomical. You're not going to want to pick those guys up in the first few hours, probably later on, at least Thursday night, possibly Friday afternoon. But that is all for your harvest content as well as your market updates. If you have any questions, comment below, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.